Look, building a global startup isn't just about having a killer product or raising some cash locally. If you're stuck in your own bubble, your city, your country, your comfort zone, you're already losing before you begin. The real problem? You're starved of the right connections outside your immediate network. You feel it, don't you? That frustration when deals dry up, when your vision feels bigger than your reach, and the opportunities that should be knocking just don't show. You're chasing growth, but the walls around you don't let the right partners in, and every failed pitch feels like a personal strike. That's not because you're missing the skills or the drive. It's because the system is designed for local winners, not for border breakers. Here's the brutal truth. If you want to boom, if you want to turn your startup into a global beast, you have to go beyond borders. Not just the obvious expansion moves, but by locking in partnerships that flip your entire strategy on its head. Cross-border partnerships aren't just collaborations. They're tactical strikes that open access to new markets, new talent pools, and fresh capital sources that no startup can afford to ignore. But most founders approach this timidly. They try to translate their old playbook to new cities and cultures and wonder why it falls flat. This won't work. What you need is a method that's disruptive in itself, selective, intentional, and fiercely synergistic connections that push your venture into completely new dimensions of growth. The first step, stop treating international partners like just a check or a channel. You have to see them as integral co-creators in your venture. You're not just importing resources, you're fusing capabilities, ideas, and even entirely different business philosophies that challenge your assumptions. This means brutal honesty with your potential partners about what you bring and what you expect. Cut the politeness, cut the small talk. Demand input, challenge their models, and make sure your partnership forces both sides to evolve or it's worthless. You want a quarter of your business to explode overnight? These alliances have to create tension, not comfort. Secondly, get aggressive in understanding cultural and operational gaps. Don't get lazy with assumptions. Dive into how your partner's market operates at the deepest level. What are their real pain points? Who's the real competitor lurking beneath the surface? Where does regulation hide traps? This requires boots on the ground or trusted insiders who know these nuances. Don't pull the "we're digital, borders don't matter" trick, because they do massively. The startups winning cross-border are the ones who master this detail obsession and adjust their product, pitch, and strategy accordingly, not the ones trying to coast on their home success. Next, leverage investors as your secret weapon. Your typical investor just writes checks. The right investor? They open doors, create networks across geographies, and provide domain expertise you can't buy anywhere. If your current investment network lives in one zip code or one language, fix that now. Hunt down those who specialize in multi-region deals, who have feet on the ground globally, and who push you harder than a local investor ever would. Use their networks intentionally. Introduce them to your partners, let them vet new opportunities, scrap deals that don't hold up to intense scrutiny. The investors you align with set the tone for the partnerships you form. Finally, treat your network of cross-border partners like a living organism. Invest time, not just money. Set up regular problem-solving sessions, strategic brainstorms, and joint accountability rituals. These aren't one-and-done relationships. They're long games built on relentless, shared challenge and mutual pressure. If you do this right, your ecosystem becomes a force multiplier. One major deal or pivot ripples across borders instantly, lifting everyone. So yes, you are tired, you are pissed off at the gatekeepers, the slow growth, the wasted potential. But this isn't some vague hope. The answer is brutal, clear, and actionable. Stop playing local. Hunt down bold, challenging partners across borders. Demand real changes in your approach. Lean on investors who push and connect. Commit to hard, constant collaboration that morphs your startup into a global engine. Stop whining about isolation and start building the precise network that turns isolation into worldly power. This is how global startup booms happen. Now go make it happen. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and open the featured link to discover more.